Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're flying the Embraer E175 with Horizon Air all the way from Seattle over to Edmonton in Canada. The current weather in Seattle is looking absolutely beautiful in the sim right now. Just panning around over here. The clouds and lighting look incredible. And then if I bring this down over to our airplane, we're flying a very, very cool livery today. Special Alaskan Horizon Air livery. Okay, so let's jump right into the cockpit and let's get this plane started. Let's request our company load sheet. Perfect. We're gonna load the plane. It's just loaded. Awesome. Ground services, we get a GPU connected. We're going to get rid of our engine covers. We don't need those. And you can hear the GPU firing up there, so that's perfect. Overhead the overhead panel. Turn the GPU on. And our batteries on. And our nav light is already on. Perfect. Hear that caution. Go down to the FMS over here. We're going to go to flight plan. Our Navigraph database is up to date. So departure is KSEA Seattle over to CYEG Edmonton. Perfect. We're going to be UXE2271. Activate that. Departure. Departing Seattle out of runway 16 left on the Mountain 2 departure. Apply that. After that, it's going to be direct Alps. There we go. And then direct YDC. Direct to Ramra. And then the arrival, we're going to plan for X3. Perfect. Actually, flight plan. Route. For that, we should have L. Okay. Perf in it. We're gonna be cruising at flight level 350, 35,000 feet. Our zero fuel weight for today, like we go over to the EFB, check our weight and balance, is gonna be 63,749. Perfect. Our takeoff center of gravity is going to be 17.6. And that's all set there. Perfect. We can go overhead to the EFB again and get our takeoff performance out of Seattle. What did I say the runway was? It was runway 16 left. Let me pull up the METAR. Winds in Seattle are currently 0 at 0, so we'll set that in. The temperature is 7 degrees, QNH 30.12. Compute this and send it to the FMS. That should all be set up there if we go to take off, or I guess it doesn't send the speed, so put that in manually. 138, 145, 147. And VFS is 192. This trim is 4.0 up, and I'm going to be flaps 2 for departure today. Perfect. Alright, we can go to our MCP here. We're gonna set 35,000 feet. Perfect. Get our flight director on. We can arm nav. We can arm nav. Flight level change. Perfect. Okay, let's go to our plan. Let's make sure the flight plan here is looking good. I'm gonna scroll down over here. Wrong one. There we go. So it looks like BEMIG and then Knock 7 and Vector. Or Knock 7 and Vectors and then BEMIG. Okay, so I'm not sure why somebody put BEMIG in there then. Do not. Doesn't really work with flight plan, so delete BEMIG. And then that works perfectly. Alright. Go back to map over here. So we're pretty much all ready to go now. We're gonna turn emergency lights to armed. We're gonna start our APU. Look down over here. Should be starting. Sorry. There we go. Set our altimeter to the current setting of 30.12. Hear the APU coming alive. Okay, we're ready to call for pushback. Let's go over to our ground services. Let's get rid of the GPU and get rid of the shocks and everything. Call for pushback
Ground
over here.
to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Tow is driving up.
Alright, they'll be on their way now. And for those of you who are wondering, this is the X-Craft's Embraer 175. I have the full pack of all of them. I highly, highly recommend these aircraft. They're really, really good, really enjoyable to fly. Just the best Embraer simulation we have in Flight Sim. Now, they're not perfect. They're not, systems aren't 100% there. Like the LNAV department and stuff, but I haven't really had any issues. They're still really enjoyable to fly. The systems are still pretty good. If you're a fan of the E-Jets, then these are definitely the ones to go for. They look amazing as well. Great texturing, great modeling. I hope to see them make the E2 someday.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
That would be great. I love that airplane. Now, X-Craft, if you're watching, you know what to do. And they're also making the ERJ series, which is coming out soon. I think the 145, the 135, and then the Legacy. Definitely gonna get those. Make some videos on those as well. I had them in X-Plane 11, the older version. They were okay. They weren't great, but X-Craft is definitely up to their game since then. So definitely very excited.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, go down over here. Release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, we can start engines. Starting engines on the Embraer is very simple. Just open this hatch here, turn this over to start. See, we have ignition on A. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just running default scenery here. I know the scenery doesn't look great, but... And those clouds are looking incredible right now. Alright, we're gonna just start on number 2. Close that guard, and we'll start number 1. Alright, let's get flaps 2 set.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
For now, we're parking brake on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Oops, forgot to turn these lights on. My bad. Yeah, I can get rid of our APU. Disconnect the pushback tug. There she goes.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, we just gotta wait for her hand signal, and then we'll be good to go. Perfect. Parking brake off. Advance throttles. And we're taking our taxi all the way to runway 16 left. I imagine Edmonton is going to be a snowy arrival. I haven't checked the Metar, but I'd be very surprised if there's no snow in Edmonton at this time of year. Hopefully get some nice view of the Rocky Mountains as well in Alberta. But the classic weird looking Embraer yokes. I can exit the ramp on this taxiway to the left. kind of a long taxi over here. See the sunlight reflecting on those mountains over there? That looks incredible. There as well. Let me know what you guys think of this delivery. I think it looks very, very cool. Cool. I said good and cool at the same time. It does look good and cool. The floating VOR over there in the background. Yeah, we'll ignore that. Seattle just has some alien technology. Oops. We probably could have lined up over there, but it's okay. Very, very sloped runway here. X-Plane has this problem at Seattle. I don't know if it's like that in real life, but I would be very, very surprised if it was. Big parking lot over there. Get on those brakes here, and let's turn left, line up. After clear for takeoff, we'll get our landing lights on and our strobe light on. Bit of a fast turn over here going down that hill. Oops. Okay, yeah, the runway's definitely not like this in real life, but whatever. Okay, we're lined up. Bring the throttles over to 40%. Power set, airspeed alive. 80 knots. E1.
Rotate V2.
8. Great. You're up. Bell nav is active. Close by level change. Pitch the nose down for 210 knots. I can get autopilot on. Flaps 1. Flaps 1. Sim looks incredible right now. Pushing vectors after that is gonna be direct Alps. Alpsy, Alp. They're gonna have to put this in a heading mode. It's literally a 180. Get a weather radar on. I don't think we're gonna need it though. And now we're passing through 10,000, so we can get our landing lights off and our support time. Alright, our nav is activated now. It'll intercept that path for us. Wow, that looks incredible. It's being quiet right now. His sim looks so good. It's incredible. Wow. Alright, past 18,000, we will go standard on the altimeter. Then guys, once I get to the top of climb, I'll just leave a little montage of the airplane in cruise, and then I will be back for top of descent. Not a very long flight, so it shouldn't take too long. Definitely looks like some bad weather up there. Yep. Some very bad weather, actually. One thing about X-Plane is you have a working weather radar, and the in-cloud turbulence actually is a thing, so we'll get rocked around for a bit. A pretty mean cloud over there. You do have the X-Plane weather map as well, if I pull that up. Yeah, there's a lot going on over here. That is a big cloud over there for sure. Nothing really red though, so I know this looks like too much of a worry. My weather radar isn't painting anything crazy either. Seems like Seattle is just in the middle of it all, not much going on there. Beautiful mountains. Fortunately, we're not really going to be able to see them with all these clouds, though. Fortunate. Not much to see now. All clouds. Weather radar looks fine though. Nothing really worrying. Just some little precipitation. It looks like, but I mean, this time of year we're not really be worrying about thunderstorms. But still get some pretty nasty clouds. Snow and stuff, of course, but. Now it definitely looks like we're gonna be in the clouds at 350. I'm not sure what the tops of the clouds are. Maybe it's beneficial going in 370. I had no chance. Like, I had to go up really high to get out of these clouds, probably like 40,000 feet. Getting some turbulence now. Get those seatbelt signs back on. Quite a bit of turbulence over here, actually. Even though it's not showing up on the weather radar. On here, I can see it. Oops, because we're not on my TCAS. Doesn't matter since we're not flying with ATC, but okay, well guys, I hope the plane doesn't crash because I'm gonna leave my computer for a bit and leave you guys just with the montage of the cruise. Hopefully the autopilot stays okay and the turbulence isn't too bad when I'm gone. And unfortunately these clouds are messing up the views because we would get some beautiful views of the mountains as you can see over there. But we can't really see much when the clouds are like this, unfortunately. Anyways guys, I'll be right back. I'll leave you in this view. It's gonna be a time lapse in the video of course as well, so yeah, I'll be back for top of the descent. Other guys, we're just back at top of descent now. It's actually just coming up within a few seconds. As you can see right there, we have the diamond coming up here. Definitely a lot of snow like I predicted coming into Edmonton. Not very surprising, that's for sure. While we're here, we can brief the approach into Edmonton. It's going to be, which runway did I say it was? ILS runway 12. ILS runway 12, so our localizer is going to be 109.9. Final approach course is going to be 120. It's already set. Perfect. There. Our minimums for today are going to be 2,544 feet. Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll up quite a bit. 25. 25. Perfect. That's all set in there. Complete whiteout conditions over here. Okay, get the metro. So into Edmonton with landing performance runway 12. Our landing weight, what was our zero weight? Um, so probably about 3,500 pounds of fuel left once we land. Their landing weight is going to be 67,250 pounds. And then into Edmonton, the winds are currently 140/3, QNH 30. That's rest temperature. Temperature is -6, and QNH 30.11. Compute that. Okay, perfect. It's going to be an approach speed of 133 and a VREF of 120. And VAC 152, VFS 184. Nice, that's all set right there. Perfect. And it'll be a flap 5 landing. So just one notch under full flap. Quite heavy crosswind right now, 47 knots. So pretty heavy crab angle. Alright, as we're getting closer to 18,000, I may as well set the altimeter setting now, just so I don't forget after. It'll be 30.1. Getting there, and the airplane's just gonna have to increase the rate of descent momentarily to get us back on the track. Alberta is so flat once you get past the Rocky Mountains. The pure farmland. I love these winglets on the E175, E170. I can't remember which way I'm flying. I think it's the E175. They look so cool. Like kind of like an A330 winglet in a way, I guess, or A220 as well. Very, very cool. Almost 310,000 now. Let's get our seatbelt signs are already on, and let's look at the seatbelt sign. Can't really see much right now with all the snow. That's how small the engines are on this plane. It's so funny. Man, I really wish X-Craft would make the E2. She could lift the plane. We're gonna go medium, low auto brake for landing. Turn that weather radar off. Let's get probably to Noxev. I'm just gonna uh vector myself to final. We don't have to fall all the way to the vector point. It'll take us out pretty far. As you guys can see here, most of the pages work except engine maintenance, and system config. That's probably just all like stuff for the maintenance engineers to do. So everything as a pilot that you need works here. Very, very well simulated. And if you zoom in, I thought you could, never mind. I thought maybe you could see the pixels. Why did we stop descending? I don't know what I clicked. I would have clicked something, whatever. We'll go vertical speed. Down to 5,000. And then we can go heading. Heading select. The click spot on this heading button is really small, actually. And we can arm the approach. If I could find the button, there we go. I don't know how to explain it. LNAV, it does that when you click approach for whatever reason. Alright, perfect. 5,000 here. Little lake below us. Should have the airport in sight somewhat soon. A little bit far, but it'll be somewhere in this direction if I can see it. That isn't it. It's a different airport. Yeah, it'll just be somewhere off in the distance over here. We'll see it soon. Anyways, we have localizer armed. It's in the way. Should be intercepting it any second now. See the needles coming alive there. There we go. Localizer is activated. AY. Approach not available, we're too far. Yeah, that's interesting. Do not know why I just did that. I also can't arm the approach anymore. Weird. There we go, now there's a localizer. Yeah, I don't know, that's weird, I've never had that before. The needle was alive, so we had the localizer intercepted. Like we weren't too far to get it, but the autopilot just didn't want to fly it. Like we're already on the glide slope. We weren't that far out. Anyways, doesn't matter now. We'll bring our speed back. It flaps 1. The 180. We can go gear down to slow us down. Don't have the airport in sight. Oh, is that it right there? Yeah, it is. The runway is just completely snowed out. It's really hard to see. Yeah, we were definitely not far at all. I don't know why that happened. I think that's the weird systems issues. Maybe it's my fault. I don't know, but that was weird. Anyways, bring our speed down. Our VUF I think was 132 if I'm not mistaken. 130. Flaps 5 and then go 130. Perfect.
$1,000.
Check. Go autopilot off,
Throttle.
auto throttle off.
Throttle.
Eye controls. Plane feels very, very nice to hand fly. That's for sure.
$500. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Cursors in the green.
Auto brake.
Manual braking. Let's go the reversers. And we're on. I think, yeah, we can make this exit here. Perfect. Alright, guys, welcome to Edmonton. That was like about an hour and a half in the air. An hour landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobe lights off, flaps up. Quick taxi to the left all the way to the terminal. And for those of you wondering, this is Canada for XP Edmonton, if I'm not mistaken. It's a great, great scenery. I highly recommend it. And get our APU started. Set it on. Wait for the box to show up there, and then put it to start. Scenery is very good on FPS as well. I'm a big, big fan of this scenery. Big fan of all their products actually. They make really good Canadian sceneries for X-Plane and MSFS. we go. Parking brake on. APU is running, and we can shut down our engine. Okay, perfect, guys. Welcome over to Edmonton after about an hour and a half from Seattle. Hope you guys enjoyed that fly. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And now for the rest of the video, to end the video, I'll play some replays of the landing. So, yeah, guys, let me know what other videos you want to see. I've just been flying a lot of X-Plane recently. I really enjoyed the simulator. I find it a lot of fun to fly, and I think there's some great add-ons in it that are really, really enjoyable to use, just like this one and the 777. And I'll probably get some other X-Plane videos in as well of some different add-ons, maybe the Citation, maybe the Challenger. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching and enjoy the replays. See ya.